If you've been feeling off balance or reactive today, or maybe you've been feeling like that for a while, I'm going to show you why that's happening and show you one little shift that can make it feel like you're back on solid ground. This isn't about getting the latest app or some productivity hack. It doesn't mean you have to get up earlier or start working harder either. Because here's the deeper truth. You're already doing a lot. You know that. Managing people and plans and decisions and everything just coming at you all at once. And all the while you're holding things quietly together, most of it in your head, right? And yet, even though you got it together, everything feels just fragile. That, one little disruption or one unplanned event can just unravel everything and can tip the whole day sideways. Sometimes that does happen. Sometimes things do go sideways and it's no fault of your own. But let me give you this. Let me give you our No BS self-care guide. It's 5 grounded steps to help you breathe, reset, and find your footing again today. Even if nothing else changes around you. Just put breathe in the comments and I'll send it to you. It's free. All right, so here's the part that nobody talks about. You're actually paying a mental tax on everything you do, as long as you keep it in your head. And none of us like taxes. It's an unseen toll on your attention, on your energy, and your spirit. It's the cost of recreating everything all the time, whether you realize it or not, because it's all in your head. You have to go back and start over. The constant rewriting of how things usually go, and that subtle pressure to always stay one step ahead. And when someone asks, well, how do you usually do this? You pause for a second and maybe just draw a blank and you stall. Not because you don't know, but because you haven't ever had to say it out loud before. Or maybe not in this way. So once again, you're rebuilding, you're recreating. And there's a cost to that. That's the tax. That's this mental tax I'm talking about. And it doesn't just waste your time. It erodes your confidence little by little because you're not really 100% sure, or it's not right there on the tip of your tongue. And that can be exhausting. So here's the quiet shift. The next time someone asks you that, as you're recreating it in your head, write it down. I mean it. On actual paper, with a pen. Don't do it on your phone. Don't pull out some note-taking app. Don't put it in a file that you'll never open again. Why on paper? Because it slows your thoughts just enough to get clarity. And it gives a bit of shape and structure to all that swirl that's going on in your head. And it forces you to make something concrete because you have to put pen to paper. And what happens then is you've got it down there and it lets you step back to see what you're really managing and what it really looks like. I'm not talking about things that's going to add work to your life. I'm not talking about creating something for someone else. I'm talking about for you, because this is about creating peace for yourself. You see, when the steps are on paper, you start to see the patterns and you start to remember the patterns. That's how all grandmaster chess players play. They don't remember the moves. They remember the patterns, big patterns, important patterns. And that's how they instantly know what the best move is, because they've seen it before. They have it down. They study the patterns. And having the steps on paper also helps you to spot any inefficiencies. And then when you see it, you gain that confidence to handle complexity, even if you've never seen that type of complexity before. So the shift isn't reacting anymore. It's responding with intention, because you know what the best move is, or what the best move might be. And so instead of just getting through your day, you're actually leading it. You're leading it forward. Now, you don't need to keep track of your life like a project manager. You just need something to slow it down, to bring some stillness just for a minute or two. What that'll do is it'll bring a bit of a rhythm that you can hold on to when life starts shifting again. And this one habit of bringing some order to the chaos, it can restore your time, but more than that, it can restore your presence and just your ability to breathe again. You'll feel things melt away. As I said, it's one of the 5 real world shifts I talk about, what I put in our No BS self-care guide. And you can get it. Just put breathe in the comments and I'll send it to you. It's free. It's one step. The one step within that guide will help you to do exactly what I just talked about. Because something tells me you're carrying more than most people realize, but you're not alone. There's a gentler way forward with all of this. It doesn't have to overwhelm you because it's messy out there. And this step of writing it down can clean up some of that mess. Have a great rest of your day.